Functions are modules that perform a task or a group of tasks. Functions is common in a lot of programming languages, especially object-oriented programming languages such as Java, Python, C++, Visual Basic, and the others. Functions are also called methods or procedures or subroutines in other programming languages, but they all mean the same thing. They are a group of statements that is being executed at a point in time. They allow the programmer to reuse what? A group of codes in several locations in a program. They also allow the programmer to also hide codes and also avoid repeating hot codes. So on your screen, you can see there's the syntax for functions definitions in C++. We have the data type. So we call this the return type. We have the name or the identifier of the method. We have the parentheses. This is the list of parameters. Then we have the statements. The statements is a group of codes that perform the tasks of the function. A function can only work when you call it. So we are also going to learn how we are going to call a method. But for now, let's try and do example. We have void addition so double A equal to 50, comma B equal to 60. Double sum equal to A plus B. Then C out this is the sum. So this is the method definition or the function definition for addition. We know we always have something we call the int name. It's also a function. Then return. So for the function addition to work, we have to call it in the int name. So addition. For you to call a method, this is how you are supposed to call it. You are supposed to call the method name and what? And the brackets. So Well, this is how to call a method. Let me paste this comment so that you all know what we are dealing with. So to call a function, use the function name, which is what? Addition in our case, and followed by what? The bracket or the parenthesis. So this is how we are going to call it. So let me execute it for you to see. First, I have to comment this one, which is also a comment. So let me compile it. So this is the resource. So for now, let me add another function called multiplication. So I'm going to make that one also void. So I'm going to do the same thing in it. Create a variable a, assign 50 to it, then comma b, assign 60 to it, then double products equal to a times b. So I'm going to also print that one out, which is trace this is the product. So first let me call the method. So this is the resource. So let's try and go over again and understand our course. We have something we call the function type. The function type is always the type of the return value. And in our case, we are not returning anything. Once you are not returning anything, the return type becomes void. So that is the reason why we use void in our code. So this is the void. We use void over here because we are not returning anything here. This too, we are not returning anything here. So this is the name of the method or the function. So this one becomes the function name. This one is also the function name. So this part of the code is the function definition, where we'll be defining the various actions that is going to be performed, and in this part you called the function for it to work. So this is the part that you call the function to work. Another thing that we have to also know is functions are supposed to return values. So here what we will do is we are going to change this part of the code. So it's going to return once a function is returning a value, it means that wherever we call that function, it must return the value itself. So here what we will do is cout please, this is the sum. Then you end line. So here too you will do the same thing. Cout this is the product. So let's execute this. So it means I didn't change the data type. Sorry. So we are getting the same output. One thing is, when you return a value, it means that you can use the function in calculation. So for example, int, let me use double total equal to, so I'm going to call the two functions addition, then I'll add it to the resource or the value that the mod is also what returning. So what I'll do is, let me just copy this one. So cout total, then we print out total. So it means that we can also use a return function in calculation. So let's run it and see. So This is the resource that we are getting. One thing that you must also know is when you declare a variable inside a function, that variable is a local variable, so it can be accessed outside the function. For example, we've declared double A and double B here. It means they are what? Local variables. We can't access them. Access outside what? The function. Let's declare it global. So now this is global declaration. It means we can access it outside. We can access it within any function here. So let me execute it. And I'm supposed to get the same output. So this is possible because we've declared it global. So right now we've learned two things: a global variable and a local variable. We can use the sum here in this function because the sum is a local variable over in addition. The same thing, we can use products in this function because product is a local variable. But when you talk about the A and the B now, we've made it global variable, so it can be accessed in any place within this file. That is why we are able to use A and B within the addition without what? Declaring it. A and B within the multiplication function without what? Declaring it. So this is what functions. So let's end it here. We will meet next time, then we discuss about the next topic. Thank you very much.